Hello students, in this video we will just talk about Mendelian's law, the law given by Mendel's or Mendel's law. Mendel's gave three laws. First is law of dominance or law of recessiveness. In this law, we have just taken an example. With the help of example, we just understood what the meaning of this law. The example is plant height. Plant height character containing two. There's a tall and dwarf. Here, tall character represented by alleles capital T and dwarf represented by small t. Here we use capital T word for the dominant character and a small t word for a recessive character. These are parents. We just write it here as a parents. Parents undergo meiotic division and form gametes. So here we just note down the gametes. We enclose gametes in a rounded structure. Now crossed these gametes and they will form capital T with this capital T, this capital T with this small t, capital T, small t, capital T, small t, capital T, small t, capital T, small t here. For defining the or to sort out this confusion, we just use a Punnett square given by Punnett. In this, we just write down the characters of gametes. That's a capital T and a capital T, small t and small t. Here we write small t, small t. These are the characters of parents, father and mother, male and female. Here, capital T crossed with small t. Capital T again crossed with small t. Capital T crossed with small t. Capital T crossed with small t. It represents tall character, tall character, tall character, tall character. If we write out here capital T and small t as a genotype and a tall character as a phenotype here in F1 progeny or F1 generation. Here F1 generation stand for first filial generation, means next generation after the parent. It's a F1 generation, and in F1 generation it's a homozygous cross, as we discussed in a previous video, homozygous and heterozygous. In a homozygous monohybrid cross, monohybrid cross. Cross between single or a one character. If we will do a cross between a single character, means single character is a plant height and having a tall and dwarf. So in this It's a monohybrid cross, homozygous condition in F1 generation. F1 generation having heterozygous condition means both alleles are different from each other. Which one? Here the tall character represented by capital T, tall, from there, and a small t never expressed its character in the presence of capital T or a dominant character. It's a dwarf. So here we can say in F1 generation, heterozygous condition, which allele represent their character is called dominant allele, and which is never expressed its character in the presence of dominant allele is called recessive allele. So here is the law of dominance, by which we can explain the dominance and recessive characters. Student, now the second law is law of segregation or purity of gametes. Here again we will take an example of plant height. We may take any one of the 7 character here for the example. Tall character, dwarf character, capital T, small t as we had discussed. Parents having one kind of gamete, we crossed it, capital T, small t, all characters are tall. F1 generation, it is comparatively the law of dominance here, but now in F2 generation, self cross of F1 generation. Now what will happen here? We are going to self cross of F1 generation. Before that, we just take it as a law of segregation. What is the meaning of law of segregation? Segregate means separate out from each other. Means in this cross, in a heterozygous condition, in F1 generation, 2 alleles are remain together, but they separate out at the time of gamete formation. We have to write it here. In F1 generation, heterozygous cross, 2 genes are remain together but separate out at the time of gamete formation. Now what will happen here? For F2 generation we just discussed, for that is we again draw a Punnett square . First of all, we just find out the gametes of capital T and small t. Here we just write it. It's a capital T and small t. For F1 generation, it formed 2 type of gametes. There is a capital T and a small t separate out. Here we are just write out here capital T, small t, capital T, small t. it's for male character, it's for female character. Here capital T crossed with a capital T. Capital T crossed with a capital T. Here capital T crossed with small t. Here capital T crossed. Here we just write out capital T in front, means dominant character in front to reduce the confusion. Capital T, small t. Or here in this block, small t and a small t. Here capital T represent the tall character. Capital T, small t again represent the tall character. Capital T, small t again represent tall character, and it represents dwarf. Means if we have to see this cross here, there is a thrice are tall and one is dwarf. Means it's a recessive character. It expresses itself along with itself. When it's combined with any kind of a dominant character, it never be expressed its character. We just write out here phenotype. Phenotype means external appearance. They are the tall and dwarf. Tall and dwarf here. So how many tall characters in this cross? 1, 2 and 3. These 3 are tall characters. And how many dwarf characters is there? Only 1. So out of 4, 1 is dwarf, and out of 4, 3 are tall in characters. Next one is genotype character. Genotype means genetic makeup. How the character can be defined? First of all, capital T here. Capital T. After capital T, the genotype is capital T, small t. Capital T, small t. Again capital T, small t. So we just write it here. So we never be repeated. Next one, small t, small t. So the characters are 1. These are of 2 times 2, and these are single one, small t. Small t, that's a 1. So the genotype is 1:2:1 and a phenotype is 3:1. So what we have to do in this? There's a law of segregation of purity. Why it is called purity of gametes here? The question is that the answer, when in a heterozygous condition genes are remain together but they separate out at the time of gamete formation and they never be mixed up with each other. So they are called as a purity of gamete also. In this cross, we have to write the phenotypic character of monohybrid cross, because we just taken one character here, not to be a 2 character or 3 characters. When we talk about or studied about 2 characters, then we will just study about dihybrid cross, and we will just take 3 characters or trihybrid cross. So there is a monohybrid cross. The phenotypic ratio is 3:1 and the genotypic ratio is a 1:2:1. Now the third one is law of independent assortment. In this cross, we just talk about dihybrid cross. Dihybrid cross. With the help of dihybrid cross, we just study this cross. Definition of this: 2 genes of different character are located on a chromosome, but they never mixed up and show their characters independently. Means for a dihaploid cross, when on a chromosome, we can just talk about on a chromosome, a character A is here and a character B is here, then what will happen? They are on the same chromosome but they are not mixed up or blind up, and show their characters independently. With the help of example, we just studied it. Example: plant height and seed shape. With the help of this example, we just know how law of independent assortment works here. Plant height, it should be a tall, it should be a dwarf. Seed shape, it should be a round, it should be wrinkled. Parental characters. We know these are the dominant, so we show capital T for tall and capital R for round here. Small t for a dwarf and small r for wrinkled here. During meiosis, gametes were formed. During meiosis, gametes were formed. Gametes are capital T, capital R, small t, small r. Here, for the F1 progeny, capital T, small t, capital R, small r, means capital T, small t represent a tall character, because here capital T is a dominant character and small t is a recessive character according to law of dominance. Which one express their character is called dominant. So capital T express their character, so it's a dominant, and here capital R means round. All are characters of F1 generation carrying tall and round 100%. It's all about F1 generation, and when we will go about F2 generation, means self cross of F1 generation. First of all, note down this, because we want to group two genes of a different characters are located on a chromosome, but they never mixed up, and show their characters independently. Example: plant height and seed shape, tall and round as the parents, and dwarf and wrinkle for other parents. Capital T, capital R, small t, small r. These are dominant and these are recessive. Gametes, capital T from capital T and capital R from capital R. Small t and small r for small r. F1 generation, capital T, capital R, small r, all are tall and round here. For F2 generation, we just self crossing of F1 generation. For capital T, capital R, small r crossed with capital T, capital R, small r. We draw Punnett square. there is a little bit confusion how to make the gametes here. So we just use small Punnett square for this also, for making a gamete, and just reduce our confusion. Capital T, small t, capital R, small r. First of all, we write it here capital T, small t, capital R, small r. So gametes are of capital T, capital R, small t, capital R, capital T, small r, small t, small r here. We just write out capital T, capital R, capital T, small r, small t, capital R, small t, small r. It's for male, it's for female. Just write down the same characters here. You do it very easily. Here, capital T, capital T, capital R, capital R, capital T, capital T, capital R, capital R, capital T, capital T, capital R, small r, capital T, small t, capital R, capital R, capital T, small t, capital R, small r. You just write down the 16th of that. Capital T, capital T, capital R, small r, capital T, small r, small r, capital T, small t, capital R, small r, capital T, small t, small r here. Capital T, small t, capital R, capital T, small t, capital R, small r, small t, capital R, small t, capital R, small r here. Capital T, small t, capital R, small r, capital T, small t, small r, small r, small t, capital R, small r, small t, small r, small r here. Now do their phenotypes also. Tall, round, tall, round, tall, round, tall, round, tall, round, tall, small t here, sorry, kept smaller here for wrinkled, tall, round, tall, wrinkled, tall, round, tall, round. Here small to small, so we used dwarf, round, dwarf, round, tall, round, tall, wrinkled, dwarf, round, dwarf, wrinkled here. These are the 16 characters or generations which came after the cross of F1 generation. Whenever you want to check your cross, then you just see this diagonal. It's a equivalent. Capital T, small t, capital R, small r, capital T, small t, capital R, small r, capital T, small t, capital R, small r, capital T, small t, capital R, small r. Now you will write here the genotype and a phenotype. First of all, phenotype. Phenotype characters, when we write here, just to be calculate the whole 16s, or capital T small t here. Capital T small t represent tall and round. Here capital T small r, tall, wrinkle, small t capital R, dwarf round, small t small r. Dwarf wrinkled. Just calculate the ratios. How many tall and round we have? We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 are of 12 round. Okay, 12 wrinkled, tall wrinkled, 1, 2, 3. These are the tall wrinkled. Dwarf round, 1, 2, 3 are the dwarf round, and dwarf wrinkled, the last one, 1. It's 9, 3, 3, 1. So the dihybrid ratio of Mendelian 9, 3, 3, 1. Now we calculate next one, genotype here. Genotype is, we calculate all of these. First of all, capital T, capital T, capital R, capital R. Next one, capital T, capital T, capital R, small r. Next one, capital T, small t, capital R, capital R. And the last one, capital T, small t, capital R, small r here. The next, capital T, capital T, capital R, small r. We just write it here. So we never will repeat it. Small t, capital T, small r here. Next, capital T, small t, capital R, small r. Just do it. Next one, capital T, small r, small r. Next one, capital T, small t, capital R. We just do it. Next, capital T, small t, capital R, small r. Again do it. Small t, capital R, capital R. Small t, capital R, capital R. Next, small t, capital R, small r. Next one, capital T, small t, capital R, small r. Done. Capital T, small r, done with this. Small t, capital R, small r, done with this. And the last one, small t, small r, small r. Now calculate the ratio. First of all, you just tally to all the ratios, or a short trick. Short trick is that these diagonal having 4s. So just write down in front of these 4. These diagonal all are single. All are singles. Capital T, capital R, small capital R. This one 1. Again capital T, small r 1. Small t, capital R 1. Small t, small r 1. Rest of these all are twice. Just count it. 1 or 2, 3 or 2, 5 or 4, 9 or 1, 10. 10 or 2, 12 or 1, 13 or 2, 15 or 1, 16. Means done it here. So here we just do all the 3 laws which were given by a Mendel, or known as Mendelian law. In the next video we just talk about incomplete dominance.